Right here, I'd like to welcome to the stage here at the NRS Shopping Experience, Saddle Bronc riding brothers, Jacobs and Sterling Crawley. Give them a hand, bring them up here. How you guys doing? Good, good, good. Sterling, how you doing? There's y'all microphone right there. I think they're on. I think they're on.
Perfect.
Up there. Everybody working?
Yeah.
Perfect, perfect.
Loud enough for me.
I know it. I seen y'all guys come running in here.
Yeah.
On that note, it's probably pretty busy out here during the NFR, you know, other than the main thing you have to focus on is covering some saddle bronc horses while you're out here and all that good stuff.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of that, what's your schedule throughout the day? I mean, what's the plan
It's
here?
pretty busy. Today we had the hotel signing at the Aria and everything, and then had like a little general bronc ride meeting, and that's what kind of kept us running late over here and stuff like that. But usually, you know, around the daytime we'll be around everything else, the NRS and stuff like that, around the shops and hanging out, and then try and catch a little bit of rest of an afternoon before we head up to the Thomas and Mack.
Perfect, perfect. Sterling, just to jump right in this, where we just completed the second round. How's y'all's week been going so far? Sterling, how about you, buddy?
Oh, mine's definitely not going how I planned,
Wow.
but
All right.
hopefully tonight will turn around. I kind of let the jitters get the best of me the first night, and last night I couldn't explain it. It happens, and hopefully tonight will be better.
Yeah, there's 8 more rounds for a reason.
And that's the thing, yeah. I mean, even what I'm doing here, you know, this is my first talk show, but every day, you know, it gets a little easier, you know, kind of the same thing. I mean, we are at the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas, you know, I mean.
Right, Sterling's 21 years old too, so
exactly. I mean, it's a tough deal, but you guys, just to kind of get, you know, I haven't met you guys before, but you are Texas boys, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank goodness, right? Yeah, perfect.
Die-hard Aggies.
So, Aggies. Woo. That's right. Yeah. Should we do the Aggie jokes now or wait till afterwards? I'm just playing. I don't do that.
You've seen the BCS standings. You wouldn't have too many jokes.
That's right. That's right. That's exactly
He's
right.
He's really proud.
That's good. That's good. Sterling, you go to Sam Houston. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Perfect. What do you, Jakes, we'll start with you. You've already graduated.
I graduated last year. Yeah,
perfect.
Class of 11. Actually, 5 days after the NFR last year.
Really? Really?
Yeah, so I went home. I took a final here.
Yeah.
In my hotel room. I Skyped over the internet.
No kidding.
And then I flew home, took 2 more finals, and I walked across the stage that Friday.
Boy, ain't that great. Congratulations, because that's not an easy thing to do. I mean, that's a prestigious college, you know, and then it's not an easy thing to get through, you know, as far as, you know, Howard County Junior College that I went to in Big Spring, Texas, you know. It's
Stomp.
Yeah, the old Stampede. You've been around there, haven't you? That a guy. Sterling, you're going to Sam Houston right now, right?
Yes, sir. And before we got too far away from that, he says it's a very prestigious school, and you know those finals they say are really very serious.
Sure.
I took pictures while he was taking that final, Skyped in with the fact that he was pantsless.
Oh.
It was actually it was 8:30 in the morning Texas time.
Right.
Was when it was Skyped across, so it was 6:30 here.
Yeah.
So I just rolled out of bed and threw on a shirt and tie, you know, washed my face and hair and stuff like that, and I was in my my boxers from the night before. So, they just saw from the belly up.
Great.
So we had everything covered.
Yeah.
Like I said, got a B in the class and a diploma 4 days later. So
you did it right. Yeah. That's for sure. Jacobs. How about you? How's your NFR going so far?
It started all right. You know, we won some money the first night.
Yeah.
Last night kind of had just a rough turn of luck. Horse almost fell over on me and stuff like that. And luckily we're healthy for the next 8 rounds and ready to roll. Good
deal. What, Sterling, do you know, I know as far as the team ropers, they don't know about their cap for any timed event. I think it's about an hour and a half before the rodeo, before they know. Do you know what you've drawn tonight?
Yes, sir. We get I believe they draw that night, the night before.
I see.
And I have one of Pete Carr's Cool Runnings.
Pete Carr.
And Jacob had him in Fort Worth in the short round this year, and I've seen him a couple other times.
Right.
And he's only getting better as he's getting older. So
that's good. How about you, Jacobs?
I've got a horse of Birch's, Hippie Chick, that I had in Houston in the 8-man. And just a really nice horse. I'm last year Taos placed on him in this round, and pretty sucker, bay horse, blaze face. I mean, fits the bill for a bronc and
for TV too.
Yeah, he'll be cool. I'm excited. I was tickled.
What about? I've always been curious. You know, I'm a team roper. I rope, you know, and all this good stuff. But I'm interested in good, hard bucking, whether it's bareback, saddle bronc riding, and I'm interested in, the eliminator pin. Explain that a little bit. Does that happen? Is that every 3 nights or?
Well, actually, tonight is the semi-eliminators. So this is the ones that's got some tricks and stuff like that, but they're still really great horses.
Sure.
And then tomorrow will be our eliminators. So it's like the 3 and the 4, the semis, then the real eliminators, and then the 8 and the 9. So the 9 will be the last eliminator.
I see. Sterling, as far as eliminators, are those horses? Are they ones that, you're going to score high on, or is it ones that, a lot of them, they come out and they buck so hard and they're so tricky. A lot of times, is it something, I guess a lot of them, if you stay on them, you have a great chance of winning the round or, at least second or third, something like that. Talk about that a little bit as far as, I really don't know what the question is there, but, is it something... I guess it is something you can win around on if you just stay on, that kind of thing.
Oh, yes, sir. I mean, last year, it was like 6 guys went without anybody getting a score yet.
Right.
And, I mean, you got horses in there like Barty's Fancy Pants. That was horse of the finals here last year. He's been rode once in 3 years for 92 points.
Right.
And that was 3 years ago that Cody Wright rode him.
Right.
And there's horses like that in there, and Spade, Dale Halls. I mean, they were, I think 86 or 7 on him in Omaha.
Right.
And, I mean, there's just a ton of these good horses that, I mean, they're bucky and all, but, I mean, if you can ride them, they'll be. And then there's some other horses that are more friendly and stuff about Harry Volt's Table Talk. He'll be in there, and he's a fun horse. I've been lucky to get a chance to be on. And,
yeah.
I mean, you see these horses some during the year and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's not just.
Yeah, sure.
Something you're completely unprepared for.
Right, that's pretty fortunate. That is really good. Jacobs, this is your second year at the Wrangler National Finals. This Sterling, this is your first year. What advice have you gave your brother, as far as everything from, the grand entry? I mean, stuff like that. I mean, there's a lot of lights out here, What have y'all talked about, coming into this deal?
We actually tried to ride double the first grand entry. That was my game plan, but apparently they frowned upon that and warned us ahead of time that we would have a very large fine if we attempted that. So we stepped back,
Yeah.
But other than that, I've just tried to keep his head cool.
Right.
Sterling is a very excited little fella, so I do my best to try and be the calmer of the two, and hopefully it'll carry over to him and let him be extremely successful in his first NFR.
Right, sure, and that's the deal too, Sterling. I mean, you've been rodeoing for a long time. I mean, this is your first National Finals rodeo, but you've got on saddle bronc horses before, So I mean, it's one of those deals. I think you joined the PRCA in 2010, I think I looked up,
yes,
and I mean, you've earned, from what I've seen, over $100,000, already in the PRCA. I mean, I know this is a National Finals, but it's another rodeo as well. And I guess is that how you try to look at it at least?
Yes, sir.
Because I mean, that's the thing. Throughout the year, you've rode in some big rodeos already, whether it's Houston or Denver or Cheyenne or whatever it is. But I guess on that note, throughout the year, what's some of the most I guess memorable rodeos? Say this year, something you've won, but what sticks out to you as far as that goes?
It'd have to be probably San Antonio getting on Lunatic Fringe, or Hermiston, Oregon getting on Knife Money.
Right. Sure. And you, Jacobs, you won round 8 last year, is that right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, round 8 last year.
What's it, for those of us that'll never make the National Finals rodeo, what's it like to win a round here in Vegas?
It was, I don't know, I guess it was one of those moments you can't really describe. It was 8th round, my week had already been ups and downs and just a lot on you mentally and everything, and everybody's watching at home saying, wanting you to do good, and everybody's got advice, and then the 8th round went great. I actually jumped off right at the whistle, landed on my feet, and that never happens for me.
Yeah.
I'm typically the one head first if I try and jump.
So it was a pretty win.
So it was, it had all the glitz and glare. Yeah,
the Monty Hawkeye Henson thing.
It was, just keeping it in Texas. So,
that's right.
So it was a great feeling. It was something that I really hadn't experienced up until that point.
Sure. Well, I know after the round wins, I've been down in the media room and interviewing, and those guys will come down there and do their interviews, but they're they're still really reserved right there, you know.
Oh, I didn't believe. I thought they were going to take it back until I got the buckle.
Right, sure,
yeah,
sure.
I just thought somebody's going to be, we added this up wrong.
Oh, yeah, exactly, exactly. Just couldn't
until
believe
I got home that next Monday and I still had the buckle in my hand,
right.
That's when it finally all set
Exactly. I guess another thing, you know, I've never really thought about, but, you know, what's it pay to win a round in the saddle bronc riding?
I think it's around 18,000 each event.
I got you. When do you get that money?
It's actually direct deposited.
Really, really? Is it an immediate deal, or you know, the next morning, or something, business hours, or something like that?
I try not to think about anything financial.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Get enough thing going, man. Numbers are
far
away. Yeah.
And y'all think differently, you know. Like I said, you know, guys like us, you know, we'll never be in that position, you know. But if you are in that position, you have to. You know, you have to try not to think of what we're thinking about. You know, it's, you know, to me, $18,000 in 8 seconds period. You know, I'm thinking about the money. You know what I mean? But y'all have got 10 of them you have to ride. You know,
it's staying on your bucking horse and stuff
sure.
like that. And it's, you know, the same whether it's a practice pin back in Texas or
right.
the Thomas and Mack. Essentially, it's the exact same thing you got to do.
Sure,
so
absolutely.
We try and leave the numbers and all the talk and everything like that in the back of the mind, and and just stick to your job and spur horses.
Yeah. Who's Sterling? I guess I'll start with you. Who's some of your saddle bronc heroes? You know, you kind of grew up watching or enjoying to watch.
I guess it's the same as everybody else, probably as far as Billy Ettenbauer goes, and guys like that, and the DeMoss. Heck, I liked Heath always so much when I was growing up because I liked how excited he was about everything and how. How hard he was always trying and stuff, and then you had to respect Cody's because of how perfect he rides.
Right.
I mean, he's fundamentally correct.
Yeah.
On everything, and the fact that you know another set of brothers and something they were doing something that I wanted to do with my brother one day.
Absolutely.
And I mean, there's a ton of them. I try to take something from everybody. And you learn something. So there's always something you like about everybody.
Right, and that's the thing too. I've always kind of thought, you know. Whatever you're doing, you know, whether you're riding saddle bronc or you're interviewing somebody, I think in the beginning, you copy somebody's style until you know, like you're saying, take a little bit from everybody. But, you know, at least when you start, you know, no matter what you're doing, you know, whether it's me with David Letterman or you with Brad Jermanson or whoever it is, you know, Jacobs, who's somebody, you know, in your, you know, once you got started, who were you kind of, I guess, copying for a lack of better terms, you know, in the saddle bronc riding?
Just to, you know, reinforce what he said.
Right,
there
same
really
deal.
Tom Reeves is the first guy that put me on bucking horses.
Absolutely.
Really that, you know, was trying to get me pushing in one direction, you know, and he made the NFR 20 plus times.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
You know, growing up, it was Billy and all the guys like that, and then, but really Tom, you know, he kind of pushed me in one direction, and then from then it's a guy finding his own way. You know, you mold yourself into the bronc rider that you're going to be, and find out what works for you. And there's a lot of different things that come about, but really it's a matter of lifting and trying.
Right, exactly.
So, I mean, those are a couple things you can't change. Then as far as the technical aspect of the saddle and everything, it's kind of a preference.
Yeah, sure. Sterling, how did you get started riding saddle bronc horses? I mean, do you remember the first time? I don't know. You may have been on a team roping horse or something, and he started bucking or something like that. But as far as, you know, hey, I'm interested in riding saddle bronc horses. Do you remember the first one?
I mean, Jacob got started in it whenever I was younger and stuff. I'm 3 years younger than him, so I got to see all of this. But as far as knowing that we enjoyed rough stock in general, we have a picture from when we were tiny. We couldn't have been. I was 1 or 2, and he was. You know, 4 or 5. And we were sitting on pinatas that were probably about this size, and our uncle had us holding up on them. We got our hand in the air, and I mean, we got home, and we had an old horse that you could flank, and I mean, I saw him have success in it. I wanted to join my brother and do the same, and I mean, it panned out.
Yeah, heck yeah. Well, kind of off the subject. I guess you've been keeping up with Texas A&M football, huh?
Yeah. Every time I get around to TV, you know, I'm trying to see if they've got any kind of sports center.
Yeah, sure.
Anything like that
as far as the Heisman Trophy goes, you know, they've never given it to a freshman before. You think it's going to happen this year?
Man, I sure like that.
I do too.
In my eyes, it's a one-man race.
Me too. I mean, which, you know, I'm from Texas. I like, you know, anytime any football team is playing anybody out of state, you know, I'm going to root for them, you know, and that kind of deal. But I don't see anybody in even close to Johnny Football, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and he's got the coolest nickname I've ever heard of in my life, you know?
It sticks out in your mind.
That's right.
I'm excited. I'm excited for that.
That's right. Hey, you guys are big No Kona boots guys, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Good deal. Well, it seems like they've got there they are. There they are. It seems that, speaking of college, you know, kind of leading into that deal, they've got a new series, and I don't know the correct term, but is it like a college series boot?
Yeah, it's actually college boots,
right?
Is what they're called, the line and stuff like that, and that's basically what it is. You know, it's a way to, you know, show your spirit for your team, basically with wearing cowboy boots and stuff like that, and they're great. I mean, I've got a pair of A&M, I got three pair of A&M ones, you know, that we'll wear out and about, and I mean, they're great. And Sterling's got some Sam Houston ones.
Yeah.
And they've got all the universities covered. And
right.
Hey.
Yeah,
Is my mic working?
Exactly.
We get security over here. Security at the NRS.
To the front, please. To the front. Yeah. Yeah, that's real cool. And I guess as far as, do y'all have any of those on right now, or y'all?
These
y'all
are
got your
the
deals?
ones that we ride right here.
Right, sure,
so They're not the college because these are our riding ones, but yeah, we've got them at the hotel room.
Right, absolutely. It's kind of your going out boots and stuff like that. I imagine going to the Hall of Fame there.
I'm wearing them tonight during the Heisman presentation.
There you go. That's right. That's perfect.
So I can support it whenever they give Johnny the
That's
trophy.
right. That's right. That'd be really neat. That'd be really neat right there. But yeah, I was looking at them over there. It looks like, you know, as far as the college logo, and they've got them in men's, women's, kids. I think they can fix up everybody, right?
Different heels. And
They've got several different styles and stuff like that, and then they've got everything from a full quill ostrich to a more of a traditional Western boot. You know? So it's a great thing to check out. Yeah, I mean, I love them. I mean, man, whenever I first saw them, I wore them at every football game I went to last year. So
absolutely.
I mean, like I said, I like wearing them around. They're great.
Right.
Excited to be, you know, to get to have the opportunity to wear them.
Oh yeah, and those are great folks over there, you know, in Dakota and those brands.
Except for that one that was heckling me earlier.
Except the heckler over there.
He's around here somewhere.
That's right. That's exactly it.